skies, we speak your name. We lift our eyes, tune our hearts into your beat. Where we walk, and there you'll be, with fire in our eyes. Lives are your light, and love untamed. It's blazing out, the streets will glow forever bright. The glory's breaking through the night. You will never fade away. Your love is here to stay by my side in my life, shining through me every day. You will never fade away. Your love is here to stay by my side in my life, shining through me every day. You wake within me. You're in my heart forever. Wake within me. You're in my heart forever. With fire in our eyes, our lives alight, and love untamed. It's blazing out, the streets will glow forever bright. The glory's breaking through the night. You will never fade away. Your love is here to stay by my side in my life, shining through me every day. You will never fade away. Your love is here to stay by my side in my life, shining through me every day. You wake within me. You're in my heart forever. Wake within me. You're in my heart forever. Forever in your love. Forever in your love. Forever in your love. Forever. We know that never fade away. Your love is here to stay by my side in my life, shining through me every day. You will never fade away. Your love is here to stay by my side in my life, shining through me every day. Wake within me. You're in my heart forever. Wake within me. You're in my heart forever.
Well, kids, here we are, back again for week 7 of Video Sunday School. Last week, we looked at Christ and why death had no hold on him. Do you remember why? Right, because he was sinless. Now, Christ had done the things he needed to make it possible for us to be saved by his sacrifice. It is similar to when we make a meal. We get together ingredients, we cook it, and we get it all ready. Then what happens? What is the next step? Right, we eat it. Well, that's where the believers were. The Lord had gotten everything ready, and now he had to show them what that next step was, the really important part. Now, the Lord had shown he had conquered death on that first Sunday, but he stayed around for 40 days because there were important things he needed the disciples to do. He needed to teach them what the next step was. Today we're going to see how he started them out on that next step. Now, several of the disciples had a specific job before they started following Jesus. Do any of you know what that was? Right, I hear most of you guys, they were fishermen. They'd even fished with Jesus on some occasions. So after a while, they had left Jerusalem and gone back home to Galilee and decided to go fishing. Maybe they needed to make some money or just needed to do something familiar. So out they went in the boat fishing. And now the disciples fished all night. How many fish do you think they caught? None. And if any of you have fished all night and not caught anything, you'll know they were a sad bunch heading back to shore. They were nearly there to shore, and there were never any fish near the shore, but they saw a man on the beach. He waved at them and told them to throw their nets in. So they did. Now, back when Jesus first called at least 4 of the disciples, he had told them he would make them fishers of men. By that, he meant that he would teach them how to tell others about his promise, so those they told could be saved. Well, that was Christ on the shore, and he was reminding them. So when they went to pull the net in, they couldn't even pull it up a bit. It was so full of fish. That's when they realized that the man on the beach was Christ. In fact, Peter was so excited he jumped in the water and swam to him. The other disciples, though, got busy rowing, and soon they had pulled that net up close enough they could drag it ashore. There, they found Jesus, not just waiting for them, but doing one of those servant tasks again. The Christ had built a fire and had fish and bread cooking for them. Breakfast. He told them to bring some of their fish so they could eat their fill. They found they'd caught 153 large fish, and the net wasn't even torn. You see, Jesus chose to come to them, to visit them in this way because he wanted them to remember 2 things. First, to trust him. Sometimes it's hard to work at something, and you can't get it to work. But then, with Christ's help, you succeed beyond your wildest dreams. Second, he wanted them to remember what he had called them to do, be fishers of men. Christ had taught them much while they were with him, and now it was time for them to teach others. Next week, we'll see Christ give them more instructions. See you next week, kids.